How's it going, everybody? Welcome into an off-brand Avalanche matchup preview. Today, we're going to be talking about the Avs' upcoming games against the LA Kings. But before we do that, make sure to hit that subscribe button while you're here and hit that like button as well. So let's get into this because this is an interesting matchup. You know, the Avs should be able to win these games, and based on how they played in that last game, it looks like they're rolling at the moment. So this is a good chance for them to really build some momentum against a bit of a bottom feeder. You know, the LA Kings have picked in the top 5 in each of the last 2 drafts, and I would not be surprised if they're headed that way again this year. One of the weaker teams in the NHL for sure as it stands. They do have some talented players. You know, they've got some aging veterans who still play at a high level, if not quite how they did in their prime, in guys like Drew Doughty, Anze Kopitar, even Jeff Carter has looked pretty good so far this year. They've also got a little bit of youth. Gabe Vilardi scored in that last game against Minnesota. He'll be the big rookie storyline for them this year. A really good player that was highly touted as a prospect and is now looking like a full-time roster player for the Kings. They've got a bunch of prospects that are just on the fringe and not quite breaking into the NHL. You know, there's a storyline we know as Avs fans with Bowen Byram, Connor Timmins, Martin Kaut, Shane Bowers, guys that are all trying to work their way into the lineup. The Kings have a similar thing going on. They've got Alex Turcotte, Quentin Byfield, Arthur Kaliev, Tobias Bjornfoot, all guys that I think get into NHL games this year. I don't necessarily think it happens this week. Quentin Byfield and Arthur Kaliev are both in the AHL right now. Alex Turcotte is actually injured. And Tobias Bjornfoot is on the practice squad. If anyone does get into this series against the Avs, I would see it being him. It would probably take an injury or a COVID case or something like that, but he definitely has a shot to get into a game. So guys we might see down the line, but probably won't be seeing in this particular game. As far as the goalies are concerned, you know, Jonathan Quick started both games against the Wild, but I do think that Cal Peterson will get at least one start against us. This is a kid, career .923 save percentage over 19 games, so not a huge sample size, but he has played well when he's been asked to, and he looks like the future for them in goal. So I would expect to see him in at least one of the 2 games. He was on the COVID list earlier in the year, so that may be why he didn't get into a game, although he was back for the second one and didn't play. So we'll have to see how the Kings decide to roll out their goalies. Jonathan Quick had a sub-900 save percentage in his 2 starts so far this year, although the team didn't exactly help him out a ton, giving up 71 shots in the 2 games. So it'll be one thing to watch for sure. We don't necessarily know who's going to be in goal. Same thing on the Avs. You know, Grubauer started both games, but I do expect Francouz to get into at least one of these 2. It was expected that he'd start about 40% of the games this year, and if Grubauer starts the first 4, then his stranglehold on that starting job might be greater than we initially realized, which I do not expect that to be the case. So we'll have to watch. I'm excited to see Frankie get his first start of the season. I think he has a chance to be really good. You know, I do think Grubauer is the better of the 2 goalies, but having 2 near starter caliber goalies, if they aren't necessarily proven starters quite yet, is definitely a benefit to the Avs, and it will be good to see. So that is about all I've got as far as the lineups. I've got some players to watch for you. You know, I want to see Connor Timmins play well again. He's a guy that he had 1 good game and 1 bad game. But, you know, this is the tiebreaker. You know, how does he play in this next one? He does have Bowen Byram and Eric Johnson coming back at some point, and one of them is going to take that lineup spot, which means he needs to take it from someone else. You know, he's got to make Ryan Graves or Ian Cole expendable. So I don't think that it's likely that he hangs on to that job, but this is his chance to earn it. So we will see how that goes for him. Andre Burakovsky has been hot so far. 2 goals in 2 games. I think that he has a chance to keep that momentum up. And, you know, we saw a big breakout season from Andre Burakovsky last year, and I don't necessarily think that he has Mikko Rantanen and Nathan MacKinnon level superstar potential, but he maybe has a next level that he could take it to and put up some more goals this season. So I'm keeping an eye on him for a little while here just to see. Not only do I not think last year was a fluke, I think let's see if there's even a little bit more there out of Berkey. So that'll be fun. And Bowen Byram and Eric Johnson, I did not mention, not expected to play this week. Eric Johnson expected to miss a few more games, and Bowen Byram is kind of in limbo right now. The excuse really is that he needs to get his legs under him, get back with the team. I think he would probably be fine to drop into a game. The real thing that we're looking at is whose lineup spot is he going to take? Someone, in that last game against St. Louis, everyone played well. So which one of those guys do you want to take out right now? As soon as someone stumbles, Bowen Byram probably gets into the lineup. And I think that likely happens sooner rather than later. We're anticipating him to be a very, very good player for us. So as soon as we can get him in, the sooner the better. So that's about all I got for you guys. We wanted to do a little quicker video today. As much as we would like to be able to bring you guys post-game podcasts after every single game, it's not necessarily working out. We aren't able to do this full-time, so this is kind of just a side thing for us. We've got some busy schedules. We will not be able to do any post-game pods this week on Tuesday or Thursday, so I figured I would do some quick hitter videos like this, a little preview video, and then look out on Wednesday morning and Friday morning for some game reviews. I will be trying to do some quick ones similar to this style as well. So that's about all I got for you. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like on this video, and I will see you guys later this week.